Birds of a Feather hasn't graced our screens since its revival by ITV, which concluded in 2020. Pauline Quirk, Linda Robson, and Leslie Joseph portrayed Sharon Theodopolipoulos, Tracy Stubbs, and Dorian Green, respectively, and they've all shared insights into their on-set dynamics. While Linda now regularly appears as a panelist on Loose Women, Pauline was honored with an MBE in 2023 for her contributions to youth, the entertainment sector, and philanthropy. Meanwhile, Leslie joined Linda on the 7th season of Celebrity Coach Trip in 2022. This channel provides comprehensive updates on the current endeavors of the lead actors and a selection of noteworthy guests. Okay, let's begin. Alan Lewis as Daryl. He is most recognized for his portrayal of Daryl Stubbs in the BBC One sitcom Birds of a Feather from 1989 to 1994. Born in London, he is the offspring of Welsh parents, Sarah Gwen and Gordon Bennett. He is the younger sibling of actor Hywel Bennett, who held various roles in British cinema and television. He participated in the National Youth Theatre's production of Zigger Zagger at the Strand Theatre in London's West End in March 1968 before undergoing acting training at RADA. Alongside Emmerdale colleagues Steve Halliwell and Billy Hartman, he formed part of the UK 1990s country rock trio The Woolpackers, achieving a UK hit single Hillbilly Rock, Hillbilly Roll in November 1996. His daughter, from his former spouse Annette Ekblom, is composer Amelia Warner. Linda Robson as Tracy. Robson portrayed Tracy Stubbs in the BBC sitcom Birds of a Feather from 1989 to 1998, co-starring alongside Pauline Quirk and Leslie Joseph. Robson made her screen debut in the 1970 film Junket 89, produced by the Children's Film Foundation, alongside fellow actors from the Anna Scher Children's Theatre in Islington, including Pauline Quirk. In the second series of the original BBC Survivors drama aired in 1976, Robson had a minor role as Barbara, a young girl among a group of wandering teenagers. Throughout her life, Robson resided in Islington, London. She was in a relationship with Tony Tyler for 11 years, and they had a daughter named Lauren, born 1983. After their separation, she tied the knot with Mark Dunford in 1990, and they welcomed 2 children together, singer-songwriter Lewis, born 1992, and Roberta, born 1996. Robson's father, a heavy smoker, succumbed to lung cancer at the age of 57. Her mother also passed away from cancer in August 2012. In October 2013, Robson lent her voice to an interactive video campaign by the British Lung Foundation, advocating for a ban on smoking in cars with children present in the United Kingdom in honor of her late father. Robson expressed her admiration for Boris Johnson and disclosed on Loose Women that she used to encounter and converse with him during his residency in Islington. She expressed sadness when it was announced that he had stepped down as Prime Minister. Pauline Quirk as Sharon. Quirk's major opportunity arose in 1989 when she commenced portraying Sharon Theodopolipoulos in the BBC sitcom Birds of a Feather alongside Linda Robson and Leslie Joseph. Quirk initiated her acting journey as a juvenile performer with an appearance in Dixon of Dock Green. Another early character was that of a teenager with autism in the 1975 TV drama Jenny Can't Work Any Faster. From 2000 to 2003, Quirk starred alongside Warren Clarke in the BBC series Down to Earth. She returned to comedic roles in 2000, co-starring with Neil Stuke, Robert Dawes, and Pippa Haywood in the BBC sitcom Office Gossip. Despite an initial viewership of over 6 million, the show experienced a decline in ratings and was canceled after just 1 series. In 2015, she portrayed the character of Paula Winton in the 10-part comedy thriller You, Me, and the Apocalypse for Sky One. Quirk opted not to participate in the final installment of Birds of a Feather in December 2020, focusing instead on her performing arts academies. She was honored as a member of the Order of the British Empire, MBE, in the 2022 birthday honors for her contributions to young people, the entertainment industry, and charitable endeavors. Peter Polycarpou as Chris. Peter Polycarpou, renowned for his portrayal of Chris Theodopolopoulos in the television sitcom Birds of a Feather. In February 2006, Polycarpou made an appearance in EastEnders, depicting the character Yannis Pappas, father-in-law of Carly Wicks, for 3 episodes. More recently, he assumed a leading role in the film O Jerusalem, which premiered in 2007. He also starred in the short film Broken, alongside Michelle Collins, portraying the protagonist Solomon. This film, depicting a Greek Cypriot immigrant family in 1960s London, received numerous international accolades. Polycarpou authored and co-directed the short film Mad George with his longtime friend and former musician John Hoare. The film has been featured at various international film festivals. Polycarpou was previously affiliated with the Green Party and contested in local elections in the Muswell Hill ward. He serves as a patron of the United Kingdom Thalassemia Society and has participated in the London Marathon 3 times. Additionally, Polycarpou is a drama instructor and has developed a one-day workshop that he conducts in youth theaters and schools across the UK. He directed a rendition of Les Miserables, school's edition for the Act 2 Youth Theatre in Sussex, UK, as well as the musical Rent. Polycarpou acts as the patron of First Stages, a musical theatre youth group located in Devizes, Wiltshire. He actively engages with the group, providing coaching and direction whenever possible. Polycarpou has shown keen interest in the Cypriot Film Festival UK. Since 2011, he has served as a director of the Royal Theatrical Fund. Additionally, he has represented the Lord's Taverners cricket team as a wicket-keeper, Matt Willis as Garth Stubbs. In 2014, Willis portrayed the character Garth Stubbs in the revived ITV sitcom Birds of a Feather. Willis initially rose to prominence in the music industry as a member of the pop band Busted. Serving as the band's bassist and vocalist, Willis played a pivotal role in the band's formation and co-wrote the majority of their songs alongside Charlie Simpson, James Bourne, and Tom Fletcher, although the latter was associated with McFly. Throughout their musical journey, the trio achieved significant success in the UK, contributing to a surge in pop music popularity. Their repertoire included numerous chart-topping hits, and they released 2 studio albums, a live album, and a compilation of their greatest hits, which was also available in the US. However, the band disbanded in 2005 following Simpson's departure to pursue other ventures. At the age of 21 in April 2005, Willis sought treatment for alcoholism and spent 3 weeks at London's Priory Hospital. Subsequently, at 23 in July 2006, he was admitted again for a brief period due to drug abuse, having battled cannabis addiction since the age of 13. His substance abuse led to various health issues, including physiological and memory-related problems. In June 2008, at the age of 25, Willis entered a rehabilitation facility in Bournemouth after facing an ultimatum from his spouse, as his substance abuse persisted. Reports suggested that an evening spent with his close friend Amy Winehouse exacerbated Willis's struggles. He completed a comprehensive 5-week program addressing drug and alcohol dependency. Despite claiming to have quit smoking in November 2007, a habit he had developed since the age of 11, Willis later resumed smoking. Nicholas Grace as Marcus. Grace also portrayed Marcus Green, the husband of Dorian Green, in the British comedy series Birds of a Feather during the 1990s. He successfully auditioned for the role of the flamboyant esthétique Anthony Blanche in Brideshead Revisited, a production that spanned from 1979 to 1981. Following the acclaim of Brideshead Revisited on television, he took on the role of Richard II at the Young Vic in 1981 and portrayed Mozart in Amadeus alongside Frank Finlay at Her Majesty's Theatre in 1982. Subsequently, he transitioned to operetta, assuming the roles of Coco in The Mikado and Joseph Porter in HMS Pinafore for Sadler's Wells opera from 1982 to 1986. He depicted Albert Einstein in the Doctor Who short film Death is the Only Answer. In 2012, Grace starred in the stage adaptation of Chariots of Fire, portraying the Master of Trinity College at Cambridge University, a role originally portrayed on screen by John Gielgud. Grace currently serves as the president of the Vic Wells Association. Samuel James as Garth Stubbs. Samuel James, widely recognized for his portrayal of Garth Stubbs in the ITV sitcom Birds of a Feather since 2014. James boasts a wealth of experience in the theater realm, showcasing his talents as both an actor and a singer. He graced the stage in the 2002 West End rendition of The Full Monty, based on the 1997 film of the same title, portraying the character Malcolm, and dazzled audiences as Houdini in the original London staging of the Broadway musical Ragtime. Additionally, he brought the Cowardly Lion to life in The Wizard of Oz at Birmingham Repertory Theatre. In 2013, James took on the role of Tony in Mike Leigh's Abigail's Party, starring alongside former EastEnders luminary Hannah Waterman as Beverly and Martin Marquez as Lawrence. Later the same year, he embodied Nick in Fault Lines, a fresh comedic creation penned by Ali Taylor. Set within the confines of a fictional disaster relief organization, the play premiered on December 5th at Hampstead Theatre under the direction of Lisa Sperling. Joining James in the cast were Nicola McAuliffe and Alex Lawther, Vivian Pickles as Auntie Sylvie Sims. From 1990 to 1992, she portrayed Aunt Sylvie in Birds of a Feather. Pickles commenced her career as a young performer after being selected by Mary Field for a series of Saturday morning children's films, including leading roles in Jean's Plan, 1944, and the serial The Adventures of Peter Joe, 1945. At 14 years old, she portrayed Alice in George Moore O'Farrell's BBC production of Alice in Wonderland, which was broadcast live from Alexandra Palace in London. During this time, she performed at the Q Theatre in Vice Versa alongside Charles Hawtrey and made her debut in the West End as Wee Willie Winkie in Land of the Xmas Stocking at the Duke of York's Theatre alongside Richard Goulden. In 1999, she made a guest appearance in the Midsummer Murders episode Death Shadow. In 2014, she collaborated with writer Paul Sutton on the book Six English Filmmakers, where she discusses her contributions, particularly to Ken Russell's Isadora Duncan film. Stephen Marcus as Dave. Marcus entered the ensemble of emerging sitcom Birds of a Feather as Dave, the romantic partner of Sharon. A year of performing in advertisements introduced Marcus to director Peter Chelsom. Chelsom promptly cast him as Gordon in Hear My Song, opposite Ned Beatty. This was followed by appearances on British television in shows such as The Hot Dog Wars, Dangerfield, Class Act, Kavanaugh QC, and Our Friends in the North. Meanwhile, Marcus's film career was also advancing, with roles alongside Timothy Dalton in The Beautician and the Beast, Robert Englund in The Killer Tongue, and Richard Harris in Savage Hearts. Marcus is wedded to Sarah and possesses two small canines, Fry and Ronnie. He has two principal pastimes, golf and American football, the latter of which he engages in as a player and coach. Marcus played American football in the UK for the BAFL 1 team Sussex Thunder and retired at the conclusion of the 2007 season. He was interviewed for Sky Sports' Sunday NFL coverage following the Thunder's 2007 match against the Ipswich Cardinals. The discussion, aired on October 21, 2007, touched upon his acting career as well as American football. Marcus has served as an offensive line coach for the London Olympians and the Valley Trojans. Bernard Hawley as Richard. Bernard Hawley portrayed Richard in 2 seasons of Birds of a Feather in 1998. Hawley was born in Eastcote, Middlesex. He attended Kilburn Grammar School and the Rose Bruford Drama School and made his inaugural professional stage appearance at the Theatre Royal Lincoln in 1963. Holly gained recognition in the enduring UK police drama series Z-Cars as PC Newcombe, a role he inhabited for 4 years. He also featured in Doctor Who, initially as Peter Hydon in The Tomb of the Cybermen, 1967, starring Patrick Troughton as the Doctor, and subsequently as the Axon Man in The Claws of Axos, 1971, starring John Pertwee. Holly also lent his voice to numerous television commercials, including the promotional campaign for the PlayStation 3 game Little Big Planet, and hosted numerous corporate videos. His cinematic endeavors encompassed roles in Travels with My Aunt, 1972, and the movie The Deadly Females, 1976. Holly also maintained a consistent presence on stage, gracing theaters across the UK, including Farnham, Brighton, Manchester, Edinburgh, Derby, and Norwich. One of his final stage performances occurred in Alan Monkhouse's Mary Broom at the Orange Tree Theatre, Richmond, in 2011. Holly passed away following a prolonged illness on November 22, 2021, at the age of 81. He is survived by his spouse, Jean, and their offspring, Michael. Eamon Walker as Colin. In 1993, he starred in 2 BBC comedies, portraying Colin in 3 episodes of Birds of a Feather. He took on the character Jake Brown in the miniseries Supply and Demand in 1997. In the same year, he landed the lead role of Kareem Saeed in the American television drama series Oz on HBO in the United States. The show was situated in a fictional maximum security prison, and Walker's character was a recent inmate who followed the principles of Islam diligently. Walker immersed himself in the Nation of Islam and American Muslim culture, spending time at a mosque in Harlem for research purposes, stating, "As an actor, my portrayal had to be authentic." In 2011, Walker made an appearance on the FX series Lights Out as Ed Romeo, the former coach of Lights Leary's final opponent, Death Row Reynolds. Walker took on a role in an episode of BBC One's Inspector George Gently in 2012, portraying the father of a murder victim, and appeared in 2 episodes of the BBC Cinemax series Strike Back. Walker resides in the United States with his wife Sandra, with whom he has been wed for numerous years. They share 3 offspring, including twins Jardine and Decky. Camilla Beput as Marcy. Camilla Beput portrayed the character Marcy in the series. Beput was born in Westminster, London, and grew up in Brent. She attended Bentley Wood High School. Her talent was discovered by theater director Paul Carrison while she was a contestant in the inaugural season of the BBC reality TV show Fame Academy in 2002. Following her stint on Fame Academy, Beput landed the role of Maria in a stage production of the musical West Side Story at Leicester Haymarket Theatre. She also portrayed Shun in the Young Vic production of In the Red and Brown Water by Terrell Alvin McCraney, and took on multiple roles in James Graham's plays Monster Raving Loony at Theatre Royal, Plymouth. Beput starred as Rose in the London West End rendition of Daddy Cool, a musical based on the music of Boney M., at the Shaftesbury Theatre and during its European tour. Beput collaborated with Johnny Depp and Gwyneth Paltrow on the film Mordecai and played the lead role in the independent horror film Writer's Retreat. In 2015, Beput portrayed Lisa in the indie movie Superbob alongside Catherine Tate. She also made an appearance in the Harry Hill movie. Leslie Joseph as Dorian. She is widely recognized for her portrayal of Dorian Green in the TV comedy Birds of a Feather from 1989 to 1998. In May 1973, Joseph took the stage in Godspell at the Pavilion Theatre, Bournemouth. Joseph starred in Cinderella at Theatre Royal, Plymouth in 2008, and at the Orchard Theatre in Dartford in 2009. She also played Myra Wilson in the UK Tour of Hot Flush. The 3rd UK Tour of Hot Flush commenced in 2014. From December 4, 2010 to January 22, 2011, she graced the Grand Opera House, Belfast, as the Wicked Queen in the pantomime Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Joseph ventured into radio hosting in 2008 on BBC London 94.9 alongside Christopher Biggins, airing every Sunday from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. Although Biggins departed after a brief period, Joseph continued to helm the show. Additionally, she filled in for Vanessa Feltz on her weekday morning talk show during Feltz's absence. Since 2009, she has been a regular contributor as a newspaper reviewer on This Morning. She made an appearance in the 2014 ITV series Secrets of the Asylum, a two-part documentary. Joseph participated in ITV's celebrity sheep herding series Flock Stars, starting on July 30, 2015. In 2014, Joseph featured with Forrest Dunbar on ITV2's Freshers A Year On. She frequently appears on Channel 5's Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Joseph practices Judaism and is a mother of two. Her mother, Rebecca Mundy, née McCoby, was born in May 1912 and passed away in March 2016 at the age of 103. It's important to remember the incredible talent and joy they brought to audiences around the world. While their contributions to the entertainment industry will always be cherished, it's heartbreaking to acknowledge that all cast members have tragically passed away. Their presence on screen will forever be cherished, and their legacies will continue to live on through the memories they created. Let us take a moment to honor and celebrate their lives, their work, and the laughter they brought into our homes. May they rest in peace.